Hello everybody, I'm SpartanX20 and welcome to Planet Express. And today I'd like to welcome the newest member of our crew, Devix. Say hello, Devix.
Hello.
And he's going to be reading with us today, and like I said, he's the newest member of the crew, so you can look forward to seeing many things from him, and we'll explain other things at the end of the video and stuff. So, yeah, on to the reading. We're reading Bittersweet Memories by who? Who did you say it was, Devix?
Torosa.
Rosa. Okay, nice name. I like that name. So, let's get started.
It has been a year since it happened. It haven't gone a single day without me thinking of that dreadful day. I look over at my friend Rainbow Dash, that's walking beside me. I think of all the support she is giving me since it happened. I mean, all my friends have been giving me their full support, but it just feels more special when it comes from Rainbow. She even decided to live at my house instead of her own, so I shouldn't need to be alone due to that Spike joined the army when the war broke out. She's been living with me ever since I got back to Ponyville. I stop at the gate of the fence and look over the cemetery. I tell Rainbow to wait here, that this is something that I need to do alone. She looks at me with a concerned look, but then nods. She says that if I need her, that I just need to call on her. I slowly nod while I keep looking out over the cemetery. I then walk in through the gate and walk the pebble road between the countless white crosses. They continue to the horizon in every direction except the one I just came from. There must have been tens of thousands of them, every single one of them representing a fallen soldier from the war. I'm now getting closer and closer to my destination. The closer I get, the slower the pace I walk in. I finally reach a great oak with a simple white stone cross under it. On the cross it reads, Captain Shining Armor of the Royal Guard, fought with valor, died with honor. I sit down in front of the cross and just stare at it. I can't believe it has been a year since the terrible day. I still remember it just like a couple of hours ago. I close my eyes and there he is, standing in his armor on the day he got promoted to captain of the Royal Guard. The next thing I remember is how happy he was at his wedding with Princess Cadence. I then relive our childhood together, and suddenly the memory of how he passed away hits me. I could see him standing in the doorway with his armor stained with blood, ushering me and Cadence to stay quiet and hide. We did just that. He took a quick look out through the door, but quickly withdraws his head. The street outside was crowded by griffins. He walked over to us and quietly said that he has a plan. He told us what the plan is, but I can't say me and Cadence liked it that much. It went on that Cadence flied me and herself out of the town to safety, while Shining held the griffins back. We first tried to make him see reason, that there was another way, that he would be overrun. But he held his ground and said that if he could save us, he would do it, even if it meant that he died. He convinced Cadence that it was the only thing left to do. The rest of the royal guards were either captured or killed. Our only chance to survive was that he tried to hold them back for as long as he could. She walked up to him and told him to stay safe, and then kissed him. I just stood there, crying all the time. Shining went up and hugged me. I hugged him tightly around his neck and just kept on crying. He said that he would gladly sacrifice his own life if it meant that I was safe, that me and Cadence meant everything to him. I looked up at his face. He gave me a comforting smile. That always managed to help me get a hold of myself when I was distraught. It worked this time too. He motioned to Cadence to come over, and she joined into the hug. He said that he loved us both, and then hugged us tightly with tears streaming down his chin. He then picked up his sword and his magic, and went over to the door. He told us to be ready to run and then charge out onto the street. We ran out after him, out on the street. I got dazzled by the sudden exposing of my eyes to the bright sunlight. When I could see properly again, I saw him engaging a large group of griffins. I tried to run after him to aid him in the battle, but before I got 5 yards, I felt myself being lifted off the ground. I looked up and saw that Cadence had a firm grip around me. She started to fly away from the battle on the street. I looked back just to see him be surrounded by around 20 griffins. I screamed his name and begged Cadence to turn around. She didn't respond and just kept on flying further away. I could see her crying. I saw him fight back with all his might. He brought several of them down with him, but not even the strongest warrior can hold back that many opponents. I saw a sword strike him in the chest. I called out his name once again. He turned to me and smiled. Then the buildings obstructed my view. That was the last time I saw him alive. Cadence and I reached the safety in the city of Philadelphia. The war ended a couple of months later, when the Griffin Empire surrendered after suffering a crushing defeat at the plains of Appaloosa. But life hasn't been the same without him, and it probably never will be. I laid a violet-colored rose down at the base of the cross. I looked sadly at the name written on the cross and then said, "Farewell, BB."
Hey, no, I do the
Thanks for
voices.
everything.
I do the voices, you little evil monkey.
Well, I said it.
No, I say it. I'm gonna say it
Well,
again.
say
Just for this reason, I'm gonna say it again. Farewell. BBB. Thanks, Fred. Quiet and sweet, like it's supposed to be. Okay, and author's note. Well, my first story. This was a one-shot story. I wrote while I sat on the train on my way home. Please comment or on okay, grammar faults. Grammatical errors would work fine, but grammar faults apparently is what he likes to write. You will find since English isn't my first language. Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, whoa, what is this doing here? But he has
Dude,
pretty good English.
That's pretty good for a second language. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, there's errors in there, but still, that's pretty good for a second language. I bet there will be a couple of them. Okay, a couple of them. There are. Very few. And if you dislike the story, please tell me why you do so. I want to give credits to Jamie4 and Pro-Enix for the cover art. Okay, so shout out to Jamie4 and Pro-Enix, I guess, for that nice little cover art you're seeing right now, because I use the cover art. Now, since you stayed to the end, Devix here will be doing some artwork and animation for the channel. He'll also be contributing to us when I start my animation work, and there's another person who's going to be helping me who isn't part of the crew, and if I say his name, that will be bad. So, let's read a few comments. Devix, you can read a couple comments.
Alright, by Flying Claw. Beautiful story. Sad, but heartwarming.
Here's a tip. Say their name and then says and then the comment, because that's what I do. And that's how people like it.
Oh, okay. Flying Claw says, beautiful story. Sad, but heartwarming. And I don't know how to say his name. Mr. Ante F. Jantz says, I'm so sorry, but, and in all caps, what the hell did the Griffins do?
Exactly, I want to know. Okay, well, now, that should be enough comments. Like I said before, our new friend on the channel, Devix, say hello again.
Hello.
He'll be with us to the very end, which there won't be any end unless YouTube goes down. And even then, I'll switch over to Twitch. So we're gonna be up forever. Now, if you look down there in the little description, there should be a link to Facebook somewhere, and also there should be some empty links empty things that says Twitter. There should be 3 of them. One for Devix, one for me, and one for Gunslinger. Quick explanation on that, since this is gonna go up before the other video that I explained it in, which I still need to edit. So sorry about that. This one. The Facebook is kind of for like I'll be doing polls and stuff, like what do you want us to read next and stuff like that, and go like it. Now the Twitter is for specific questions, just asking a specific person a question, and we're not on it 24/7, so don't think we're there all the time. I will be, because that's how I do things. I'll just be sitting here on my computer because I have Skype and all kinds of crazy other stuff open all the time, and then I'll just have the internet thing and stuff open like that, and Facebook and other things. So yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, and if you want to see more from Devix, subscribe and all that stuff, and hopefully we'll do some 3-part readings, which what I mean is all 3 of us, the whole crew, reading the fanfic, which would be really awesome. Devix, you could do the outro since you're new. I'm SpartanX20.
And I'm Devix.
This is Pony Express.
Have a nice day.